In this video, our head of English decided to lead the plenary of a sports development lesson to explore how her approach might differ compared with an English lesson that she had taught herself.
Right, so what am I going to do? How am I going to work my muscle? Doing that?
Behind your head, both hands on it.
Both like this?
Holding it down.
Like
Alright,
this?
yeah. And then up, so your hands lock out. And down.
Well, I have to hold it with two hands?
Yeah, but down.
In the middle.
You could hold it like that, but you've not got a weight to lean onto.
No, in the middle, two hands in the middle.
Alright, in the middle. So like that?
Yeah.
And then lock them up.
So I'm working my tricep there.
Yeah.
And what am I doing? So what muscle movements am I doing there?
What was it like to lead a plenary outside of your specialist area?
Well, at first I was quite nervous because obviously of the topic, the subject matter, and I didn't know much about it. The way that I dealt with it was that I came into the end of the lesson, I questioned the students about the key words that they'd learned in that lesson, and Gary had already written them on the board.
Right.
I went through them one by one and asked the students to tell me what their meaning was initially, and from that then we moved on to them showing me how to move the muscles in those areas and those groups.
Okay.
Obviously because of the subject matter, it wasn't something that I'd normally know anything about.
You like straight, bend your elbows, turn your arms the other way.
Oh, that way? Right, so like this.
You're going to go all the way down.
So did you feel like you were forced to facilitate by default because you genuinely didn't know the subject matter?
Yeah, I think as well, because I joined in more with the plenary, more so than I would in my own subject matter. I went round to each different weight or each different bench and asked the students to show me physically which muscle groups I was using and how I would be able to control those more and exactly what I was doing at that time, and I think the students were more engaged in that because I was joining in with the plenary. Like that.
Anything you would do differently or take away from this experience now?
I think using this experience in my own lessons, putting myself in the place of the students, especially if it's a new subject that we've been talking about in English, that I can see it from their point of view. They don't understand, if they don't know at the beginning of the lesson, then I can put myself into their shoes and question them further and ask them more developed questions and more open-ended questions rather than just asking, did you understand it? What do you know from this? How can we move on from here? It will be good to see, I think, in the future how I can use that in my own subject.